Hello and welcome back. We have another installment of r/am I the a-hole. Make sure to comment while you're watching the video and make sure to give it a like, and let's get started. Would I be the a-hole if I reject my hubby's try to fix my birthday? It was my birthday today. Yay. He congratulated me and I initially just laughed it off and said, "It's tomorrow, but thank you." We had a huge argument yesterday, not related to birthday stuff or anything like that. Today he tells me that he hasn't gotten me anything because we talked a couple weeks ago and agreed no gifts because we've spent a lot on me lately. Glasses, got my hair done, got a really nice expensive Mother's Day gift, but I told him back then it would be nice with something small like flowers or something like that. So today he told me, "Sorry, I haven't gotten you anything, but we agreed no gifts." And I then remind him that something small would have been nice. He then got upset and said, "Well, when would I have had the time to do that?" Then he asked if we should order in sushi for my birthday dinner, and I told him I don't really feel like celebrating anymore. I went to nap with our baby and I saw him leaving on the door cam. I texted him to not get me anything if that's what he's planning on doing. Just saw him come back with flowers. Would I be the a-hole if I reject it now? Update. I think I've read through all the comments. Thank you for your input. To both a-hole voters and AmITheA voters, I didn't reject the flowers because I didn't want to add another thing to fight about since we haven't really resolved what we were fighting about yesterday. I graciously accepted the flowers and told him they were very nice looking and genuinely happy that he had even trimmed them and put them in a vase for me. I still don't want sushi in a celebration, but that is more in regards to the big fight we had yesterday, and I let him know that. We agreed that he will take the baby in the evening so I can have some me time with a book and a bath. I never said that getting my hair done and getting new glasses were considered gifts, just that they were expenses towards me. I was clear about wanting something small. Even though he agreed to not get me a big gift this year, I still wanted a gesture. I've mentioned macarons from my favorite confectionery, a card with his handwriting on it, chocolates, me time with a bath, which yay, I finally get, or to sleep in, yummy food, he knows how to cook, etc. So I felt hurt that he did nothing until he realized it. Actually made me sad. I never wanted to make a big stink out of it and tried to brush it off, but I can't hide that I felt hurt, and when I went to nap with the baby, I got angry seeing that he left to get flowers, which he claimed he didn't have time to do. It took him about 20 minutes, by the way. Also, we live in Norway, and Norwegian Mother's Day was just a few weeks ago, so it was a recent gift. So she already said that she did end up accepting the flowers. I think it was a peace offering from you to accept the flowers, to not continue any fight. But to be honest, I think you did deserve more, considering it sounds like you're a new mother. It's your birthday, and this is coming from your husband. This is your partner and someone that you expect to take care of you, respect you. I think if you did reject the flowers, it would have just escalated. You're definitely being the bigger person by accepting the flowers and not continuing this argument. I think you did try to explain to him why you wanted any sort of gesture. It is your birthday, and he could have done anything. He could have cooked you breakfast. That wouldn't have cost him a thing. He could have cooked you dinner, like you said, he's a good cook. He could have made you coffee in the morning. He could have done anything. That didn't take an immense amount of money or tremendous effort, but he literally chose to do nothing. Also, he got your birthday wrong. You said it's your birthday today, but he congratulated you yesterday. What if he really did get your birthday wrong? How long have you been married and he still doesn't know your birthday? And he doesn't want to celebrate it with you or do anything with you on your day? I know you said that Mother's Day was a couple of weeks ago. I don't think that's any excuse to not celebrate your birthday. I think there definitely are some things you guys need to talk about, and he needs to understand that you need to be treated right. Am I the a-hole for having a snack with my brother and sister-in-law after she made a thoughtless remark about my wife? My wife, our 1-year-old son, and I were at my brother's home yesterday for dinner. I used to visit them often before I was married, but even now we try to visit each other once a month and are generally on cordial terms. During dinner, my sister-in-law made a remark about my wife's bag that I had bought for our anniversary. My wife seemed happy about that, and everything was going well. My sister-in-law then compared it to my wallet, which is pretty old and worn, but I like it because my dad gave it to me 11 years ago when I left for college. And I told my wife she should make me shop for myself too. I said I liked wallets. I've heard comments about it, and I just laugh it off. She then said something that basically translates to, one person earns and another person spends. I felt uncomfortable about it, but my wife looked totally pissed off. I tried to change the topic, but my wife said she takes care of our son, maintains our house while I work, decorated our house from scratch, all true, and I routinely thank her for it. My sister-in-law said it was a joke, but within a few minutes my wife just said she wasn't feeling well and we went back. During the drive back and when we came back home, she made it very clear that she won't be keeping any contact with her until she gets a clear apology. Today my brother called and suggested we grab a bite to eat. I said sure. The way he said it, it really seemed like it would just be the two of us. My wife also had no issues with that. I thought my brother was going to discuss a way for us to meet or something so my sister-in-law and my wife could patch things up. When I went there, my sister-in-law was there too. While we were eating, they gave me her point of view, that it was a light-hearted comment and my wife was blowing it out of proportion. I defended my wife too, and she said she definitely feels it was out of line. When I came back home and my wife learned she was there too, she got really upset. She said if my sister-in-law wasn't prepared to render an apology, then I should have left, and that I betrayed her by having food with them. I don't see it that way. I was really trying to fix everything in good faith. Am I the a-hole? This one is kind of difficult. So I definitely understand why your wife is mad. She feels like you're not defending her and that you're also taking sides with your brother and sister-in-law and talking about the situation and not asking for an apology. It does seem like your brother and sister-in-law kind of tricked you into coming over because you thought the situation, it was just going to be you sitting with your brother, but then the sister-in-law was there too. It doesn't seem like the sister-in-law understands at all why your wife is upset, and I think it could have been your position to explain it to her, that she feels like she's done all of this for your family. She has built the house from scratch. She takes care of your son. She does a lot of stuff. It sounds like she's a stay-at-home mom and she really takes care of the home. So her hearing that comment from your sister-in-law that you're the only one that's doing anything in this partnership, you're making money for her to spend, I can really understand why she's upset about that, because she feels like she has worked so hard for your family. When you're in a partnership with someone, you have to be on their side and it's up to you to defend them. I don't want to say you're completely the a-hole, but I'm sure your wife feels betrayed by you not sticking up for her. I'm gonna say you're slightly the a-hole. I think you can still fix this situation by really just sitting down with your brother and sister-in-law again maybe, and possibly bringing your wife, if she's open to it. This is totally up to her, and just talking about the situation and let them know that she really didn't like that little joke that you made and she doesn't see it as a joke. Am I the a-hole for refusing to eat my mom's donuts after she called me fat? A couple days ago, me, 22 female, and my mom, 52 female, were at my grandma's. My grandma said a grandma thing. You look so thin you must have lost weight. To which my mom answered, I'm not so sure. She's got her gut back. Completely out of the blue. It felt like a slap, honestly, especially because it was so undeserved. That's been on my mind since, and I've been really watching what I eat and making sure I don't get full, sucking in my stomach, etc. Well, today, she decided to buy me and my sister some plump, chocolate-covered, cream-filled donuts, which is a nice gesture, but I refused to eat any. She kept insisting that I have one, semi-annoyed, because she had bought them for me, so I ended up telling her that I wouldn't want my gut to grow any bigger. At first, she didn't even know what I was talking about, but when I explained, she said I was being childish and petty, and that she can't say anything because everything she says or does bothers me, so she will stop talking to me altogether. I think she's overreacting. On the other hand, she's not entirely wrong. Eating one donut would probably not be a big deal. The main reason I refuse to eat them is that she will feel bad about saying something mean like that, because I feel that's at least what she deserves. Now, she's acting like she's the victim of some kind of free speech censorship or something. Am I the a-hole? This is like such a narcissist parent thing to do. Take the fact that you're upset about something she did and make her the victim. This is a complete narcissist mindset. You're definitely not the a-hole. She literally just called you fat and then she gets offended when you don't want to eat donuts. And she tries to act like she doesn't remember ever saying that. That is such a narcissist parent. Seriously, don't let it get to you what she says. If she calls you fat again or says anything about your appearance, if I were you, I'd try to distance myself from her. Especially, you're 22. You probably, unless you live with her, you probably don't have to see her that often. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. Please make sure to check out the playlist with other episodes of my Reddit reactions. If you're not already subscribed, please make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!